super rushed. Right, yes, so welcome back to Level Up TV at levelupyourgame.net and also /LevelUpTV on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Go subscribe, follow us, like us and all those pages, please NY. That's a bit of French there, boy.
Sorry, that's French.
Just pretend it is. I'm Disrepute with Vor. aCtion Ligan versus Lemmings Effect. Final game of Group B. Lemmings Effect already qualified. aCtion Ligan still looking to qualify. They are 1-0 up. In fact, on the second map, Purgatory. Let's have a look at the teams. ZLC, Blind, Nightops and Viam. The team remains the same then for aCtion. But there's been a substitute for Lemmings Effect. Kinko, Chubbs, Prodex, the sub for Draken and Gwynplaine. So they're back to their usual lineup for this map.
Yeah.
Purgatory and
a lineup that has looked borderline untouchable on this map.
Well, until earlier, we saw a pretty close game against Lo-Fi, interestingly enough, but they still
was
victorious.
And let's face it, aCtion are quite strong on here as well, so this will be a real test. Of course, I did say that they would win this map, so I'm hoping that they don't let me down.
Yeah, you will be hoping that. As it looks like my predictions are doing pretty well at the moment. So, oh, that's sweet, isn't it? Prodex, I'm proud of Draken. He did well. Draken, I don't know, kind of patronising comments if you ask me. Apparently we were harsh on him.
Harsh? A load of bullshit. Call it how it is. No favourites.
Yeah. Well, I know who isn't our favourite anymore.
I don't even specifically talk badly about people I can't stand, and that's hard for me to do.
Yeah, it is hard. That is hard. I've seen Vor compliment people that he thinks are terrible and scum and hate Moldovans. Anyway, we're going to go live on Purgatory then. So Lemmings Effect need to take this, take it to a third, and aCtion really would like to win this 2-0. Going live then with spawns off the start. Not that yellow. Blind with the shotgun though. Does a lot of machine gun damage and Blind has to back off, although he dealt a fair chunk of damage himself, it might have looked like, to the railer.
By watching myself use the machine gun there for spawns.
Was it?
Yeah.
So in for this second red. We've seen this quite a few times with a lot of modern teams now, like Play especially. Lemmings Effect in for this second red. See if aCtion challenge. Well, challenge with one player, Viam, dropping down.
Yeah, not going to be much of a challenge, is it?
You can't drop down against that lightning gun. It's so risky.
ZLC, it's a real aggressive drop down as well, but he did a lot of damage to spawns, but it paid off.
It's going to be a late set of power-ups on 54 seconds. Big fight over this battlesuit. In fact, they've committed most of their players to it. Quad's been picked up. Where's it? It's dead already. Battlesuit's still waiting. I mean, I'm waiting for it to be picked up, so we switched to it. And Kinko coming out with that one, so there's only one power-up on the map.
Yeah, he was actually fortunate that the railer didn't stay to try and hit another rail on him, because it would have gone down.
You get to see that. Yeah, Blind is the first aCtion player to fall. Oh, nice bit of LG on Nightops. Confiscates that rail away.
Gives it to Prodex, and we know how dangerous his rail can be. It's proven to be a very effective run. He's not going to choose to push on because he doesn't have enough time remaining on the suit.
That's great dodging by ZLC. But that is astonishing LG.
Dodge that.
Yeah, 44% there for Kinko. I mean, just tore him.
And he didn't dodge at all there, ZLC, because he was still expecting rockets to come his way. The switch to the lightning gun caught him out. He wasn't ready to avoid it.
6 frag margin then. Lemmings Effect not as big as we've seen on previous games, but they still got the lead. They are so good at getting the lead on this map.
Hey, we've seen them win this map after 7 minutes in some games.
Yeah, you have to be careful. You cannot let them start building a lead and just let it run away from you. Nice drop down on rail. He's got teammate in support. They're going to move in here, but that's great defending by aCtion. Just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Viam must have been calling them, or they must have been aware of the attack, and they came with that backup at exactly the right time, and it's so important that they're in positions or not too far away to be able to give that kind of support. Nevian would have gone down without their help.
Nightop's on for this next row. He's now got 18 shots with Rail. He's actually hitting 71%, 56% lightning gun as well. He's early on in the map there. But still,
yeah, he must have just caught someone out, and you know, we saw on the previous map how good his machine gun was when he catches people out.
He does manage to frag with a teammate support. Two of those players though. ZLC, can he survive this out? He's driving behind the pillar. The quad picked up by Prodex. It's still Battlesuit to spawn. Nightop's coming out with that one, so now it's action with the advantage of the Battlesuit. And again, quad's been eliminated.
Yeah, the quad is not really surviving so far in this game. We've cut 3 seconds of quad between both teams.
Well, this is what we talk about in this match. It's a very vulnerable position. We haven't really seen too much of that play in this tournament, but Battlesuit's still going aggressive. Does take a Kinku Chait, and he actually gets the tied game. Now Prodex off the spawn. Nice LG rocket combo switch.
Yeah, it's nice because, you know, why waste a load of LG on one target if you can just combo it like that with the rocket?
Should get a little award for that, shouldn't
he? Yeah, like, call it combo or something.
That sounds really original. It could be at least combo.
Yeah, you can get different voices and stuff, like, you know, Mortal Kombat style.
Oh, wow. Kinker just coming in and out-plasming an LG. That's worrying.
Hey, it takes some level of skill to do that.
Certainly does, and Kinker's not exactly got bad LG himself. Now he's picked up the dropped LG. 40% overall, that wasn't the greatest use of it.
His teammate stole away the ammo. He'd have liked that. I mean, 36 ammo was enough to get another kill, though. That's the advantage of having strong aim with a lightning gun. You know, a lot of people wouldn't have had the aim to then go and pick up another kill with only 36 ammo.
Always the trick to lightning gun aim.
Practice. That's all there is to it.
Okay.
And in TDM, don't use it like in Duel. You can't afford to be spamming it like you would in Duel. No, ammo is at a premium in TDM.
He has managed to get himself another crate of ammo, bringing himself up to 56 lightning gun cells. Then a 2 frag margin. Looks like they could lock down the quad. I'm presuming they don't have the Battlesuit, but look, his teammates are straight over to the Battlesuit. That's really intelligent play. I'm surprised aCtion didn't send anybody to challenge the quad. Well, the blind does come out with that Battlesuit.
LG.
Yeah, does take a risk there. Switch around to the quad. Well, the quad is stacked. He's got Mega too. Here's the Battlesuit coming up against him.
Dangerous place to fight though if you are the quad. You need to pour out. This is exactly what you want to be down the other end of that corridor.
And I like the way he switched to pick up the frag on the other player first.
Yeah, because when you're quad, you don't need to obsess over killing the suit. You know, you've got 3 teammates of the suit that they've got no protection. Yeah. And we could see that the suit was on its own. It wasn't acting as a kind of shield for his team.
Great railing play. He's not in the safest position throughout that either. I mean, good positions to rail, but you can take a lot of MG damage. He's now got the Mega though. Nice chunk of armor as well. Gonna rail through this grill. Kind of messed that up. Oh, he's been caught in the back by Nightop's. He'll be really hitting himself over that one, getting caught out there with such a stack to his name as well.
Excellent.
This Prodex just covering that bounce back. They've just managed to build up a bit of a cushion again. It's only small, but something.
It's significant though. This is a very close game. It's the closest game they've been given on this map, and you know they'd rather be in the lead than not in the lead, even if it is only very slender.
Creep around that corner, he's pushed back away. Nice rocket sway, blind. Oh, does just blow himself up. He almost had Prodex there caught out. Looks like aCtion are attacking in on this red though, but it's power up time, so they're kind of fighting over nothing here. Kinku with the quad, Vian with the Battlesuit. Neither looked especially super sonic stacked, but decent enough.
Sonic stacked.
Yeah. Now Mega actually to Kinku's name, and he's got double yellows, so he's looking pretty good now. Battlesuit trying to move in there. Reds also to the name of the quad.
Yeah, Vian, you saw him run away. He he didn't want any part of that fight, and does actually go down regardless.
Made the right choice for as long as he could. Could have escaped maybe, but you have to do something at the same time with the battlesuit, and generally it's trying to nullify the quad.
Well, he went looking for a kill at the rail at least. I mean, he must have been aware of the stack of the quad, that's all I can think, because he didn't want to take a one-on-one fight.
In effect, the quad did focus on him and didn't manage to pick up any other kills around him, so it kind of worked out. The battlesuit almost did his job in a sense. What hell was that rail by ZLC? That's an unbelievable. I couldn't even see the player.
To just hit, I don't know, the hairs on his left arm.
Maybe he's got a scar or something. Just caught that. Spawns though coming out on top, picking up that red. What's it looking like red stat wise?
It's 12-7 in favour of Lemmings Effect, and they're taking more yellows as well and more megas. So why they only have such a small lead is anyone's guess at this stage.
Just need to start using that, utilising it more. I mean, in a way, probably the most similar game style to their team they're playing actually. Yeah, with heavy aimers, they're very aggressive at times. aCtion.
Yeah, I'd say aCtion are more aggressive than Lemmings Effect.
Yeah. So it can be just constantly under pressure. We see Gwyn playing. He managed to get stack up there, but he can't even find a moment just to control himself and calm down again. He's only 40 health now. They just take that damage all the time. Kinku as well, taking machine gun damage. Mega's not going to be up. Red, he's missed out
on red as well, yeah.
Where's that battlesuit? Just switch round to that. Battlesuit taking the upper route. It's ZLC. No,
Kinko just has to make sure he doesn't get caught out.
Missed out the rail shot on the
Would
quad.
have killed him as well. That would have killed him.
Yeah, switch back. He's got the yellow. Just trying to work it slowly back around. Switch to the battlesuit. Neither's really getting a great game going on here. In fact, ZLC's put himself well out of position. And Kinko, oh my god, blind! What was he doing up there?
That nearly caught Kinko out.
You really don't see that, and I mean, there's reasons for it. Obviously, he was trapped once he got caught.
You also don't see it because you have to rocket jump to get up there.
You jump from the window, actually.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. But I guess it's a vulnerable position, as we saw. He did get.
But there's no room for dodging, is there? You know, if someone sees you up there with a lightning gun, you're dead instantly.
Either way, almost caught out his opponent. But yeah, I thought really they came out better of that. Lemmings Effect. They didn't really pick up frags either, the battlesuit or the quad, but they did control the red still. I think maybe aCtion should have focused their battlesuit around the red area a bit. Oh, if I'm getting caught out back Gwyn playing on that rocket launcher position here. Again, the red going to Lemmings Effect. I kind of feel like if aCtion can get in and steal a few reds away, which is actually when they sort of brought back that difference before, they start getting a few reds, just taking away that resource of Lemmings Effect. I'm not sure Lemmings Effect can play the map as well without the red. We saw against Lowfly.
Yeah, Lowfly. Their effectiveness was drastically reduced, and Lowfly closed what was a huge gap into nothing.
Power-up's coming up in 5 seconds. It's time to choose if you're either team. It looks like Lemmings Effect going to move in here against who's already set up. aCtion. aCtion's got the more stacked power-up with ZLC, but he takes a lot of damage there from those rockets. Does come out of the yellow arm. Let's switch back to the quad. 95 health. He's got to wait for this red. If he's rushed now, he's in serious trouble. Where is that battlesuit? Let's switch back to him. He is rushing him. Oh, he does just push him away from the red. He might even get this. He does manage to grab it and the frag. Wow, that was clutch play. Now he's push out, try and get a few more frags if he can. But that could be a big moment here.
Here's a nice run. You sort of quad trying to rail the suit. I'm guessing he didn't have any other weapons because using the rail in shotgun range against battlesuit, it's not really the ideal scenario to find yourself in.
ZLC is doing some serious damage. Look at that, 8 impressives. I think got what, 3 of them there just then. Look at that, takes out spawns as well. It's rather unfortunate Products manages to get the frag, but picks up a lot of frags there. But then I look at the score difference, it hasn't really changed, so I'm not really sure what was happening with the rest of his team.
Did really well to survive their Products. If we were following him.
Yeah, we were blind to him now.
Yeah.
7 frag margin. It is coming back the way of aCtion. We're in the second half of the map now.
It's been this sort of score difference the whole game. You know, Lemmings Effect can't find that extra something they need to go ahead in this game and to a more comfortable scoreline. But aCtion at the same time, they can't break LE down enough to tie this game up.
It's very difficult.
That's a lot of that is due, I think, to the damage output of both teams, where even if they're making kills, you know, they're weak after they make them. Clean kills are hard to come by against two teams with such good damage output.
Here we go, next power-ups coming up in a few seconds. ZLC is on top of this battlesuit. Nitops, this could be a double power-up here. In fact, Blind takes it and it is a double power-up, so this is so dangerous for that lead. And Nitops gets the red and lightning gun. Oh dear, Lemmings Effect are in trouble.
Serious trouble, yeah. They should be tying this game up at the end of this double
Let's
power-up.
switch around to the battlesuit. Hasn't got a frag yet. He needs to work around the key areas and let the quad pick up the frags. 3 frags in the margin. I mean, Nitops just looking for frags. He's not really moving fast enough around the map. Doesn't quite catch out anyone, and battlesuit hasn't picked up a single frag. He has secured the red though.
Well, they haven't tied the game up, but they've left themselves in a position where they should be against a team now, Lemmings Effect, that have almost nothing.
Yeah. Gameplay taking out aCtion, finally take that lead. I think it's going to be the focus on the power-ups that's going to decide it between these two. And we've got 3 sets of power-ups left, so plenty to affect the game. Look at this great rocket by Gwynplaine dropping down with teammate supports though, and perfect timing for that red. And they didn't get the previous 2.
No, it needs to find out when this lightning gun is. This is their strongest suit on this map, is their red and lightning gun control, and making use of that. They really need to keep that under control. Gwynplaine needs to go back. He's the one with the weapons. He has to make sure that he defends this next red.
Yeah, they do not. aCtion do not want to let them get into this run again. Look, of rail to red to rail to red.
Yeah, and that's now 2 players who've taken red armors, and the first player still maintains most of his stack.
I'm not really sure how that even happened. I mean, aCtion had the previous 2 reds. They should have had a timing lock on it and been able to secure it, and they just missed out. And they've really lost that big advantage they had. I mean, Gwynplaine's at this power-up now with an armor stack. I don't know if any other teammates are, but if they are, they're going to have a big advantage to switch around to someone. Yeah, Spawns has got 50 armor just right in front of him. Switched onto him. Gwynplaine dropping down. He could take a lot of damage, but he's picked up 2 frags already. In fact, they picked up
good.
3. That's massive. They're going to get a double power-up now. Oh, Spawns is eliminated by Viant. That is so clutch, and Kinku is going to have to take advantage of this quad now.
Yeah, it's all on him to leave them in a good position at the end of this quad run. Frags are important, but he just needs to make sure he makes them in the important areas. At this rail, that's ideal.
Yeah, picking up players with weapons as well. I mean, look at that. He's picked up 3 frags. That's good play. Inside the red. Oh, there's a rail. He's got to be cautious.
Big kill. Could have ended a lot worse for aCtion. You know, that double power-up hasn't really done much for LE.
Nitops missing when he really doesn't want to. It's against the Spawner. He's been machine gunned down. He does just crater to give his teammate the railgun. Let's switch around to ZLC who picked that up. Be careful. 2 players moving up. The bounce pad. Oh, how did he miss that? Does take
Hit the hardest shot.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant spawn rate. Brilliant.
We're in such a tight finish to this game. You know, neither team can afford to give up that double power-up again. I mean, aCtion taking double power-up, then themselves being the victim of double power-up.
Only got, you know, less than 4 minutes left, 2 sets of power-ups left, 40 seconds until the next power-up spawn, and they're going to be key. They are going to be key. The penultimate power-ups, they're going to set the tone for the final couple of minutes. Somebody get a big advantage here. You know, players might panic, they might overcommit. Maybe this is where the experience of aCtion comes in. I mean, Lemmings haven't faced anybody like this yet. Had such a close game on Purgatory. 10th impressive for ZLC, and they're moving well towards this battlesuit lock. But is this a bit overcommitted to battlesuit? 4 players this early in. Have they got enough stack to really use it, utilise it? ZLC goes down, Nitops goes down, Spawns are just taking them all out. In fact, LE have moved in, and it's only 5 seconds before. Quad is just before. We'll switch around to that on the pickup. Kinku takes that.
Oh, it's got a double power up. I mean, I know Quad's dead, but
Gwynplaine takes it. Bad news for aCtion. Good news for Lemmings Effect.
has to use this well though, because the game is still so close. It's not enough to just come away from this opportunity with, you know, a 1 frag lead and limited control of the map. They need to make good use of this.
Oh, he's really messed up the rocket jumps. Just slows him down more than anything. I think he might have tricked ZLC actually, ironically, but do manage to pick up, you know, 1 frag with the run and basically a second there.
Oh, that's a great rocket. I think that's about the minimum they would have wanted from that double power up. Well, double, but was still technically single, but they did take both.
Yeah, they have taken the lead. aCtion can't let this set in though, and can't let
these spawn kills are valuable. 8 frags for lead all of a sudden. That is significant. That is not something that's easy to bring back. We've seen this game's been close the whole time.
I'm going to cycle around, find a player. Well, Kinku. We're on to Kinku. 10 frags on RG. He's just picked up Mega, Plasma, Rail, Rocket. Hasn't got much rocket ammo. Only 5 shots with Rail as well. Nice shot through the grill.
Helps his teammate pick up the kill.
Or 70% Rail this hit. 7 impressives.
Well, frag lead here. You know, 30 seconds to go until power-ups. This is vital.
I think aCtion have dropped the ball a little bit here. They missed out on the power-ups and now they are just dying over and over and over. And Lemmings effect. I mean, I don't think they're going to lose their focus on these power-ups.
Yeah, they only need to get 1 power-up here now to win. 1 power-up will win them this game.
Kinku's just
they are
snuck in.
splitting though. Kinku's going to get this. There's no way Vian can kill him before he takes it.
Night-ups might have helped, but it's just, there he is. It's a double power-up to finish it off, and aCtion have missed out on probably the greatest opportunity of anyone in the group stage of taking a win on Purgatory against Lemming Effect. Good play.
Excellent.
Gets a couple of frags in that underground area, rocket launcher in his hand.
Yeah, we are indeed. But I'm glad we are. I wouldn't have wanted to see the team win 2-0.
2 great maps so far, so close between these teams. Looks like aCtion will be eliminating the maps first. Intervention remains, Dreadful Place remains. As does, I believe, Terminus. Am I right? No. Surely Lemmings affected. I didn't see their elimination.
Didn't see.
No, they eliminated Grim Dungeon, so it is Terminus.
Blue wins.
I assure you, we most likely will not see Terminus being played.